We need to say a little prayer before we start the episode. Please. Please, Rachel. We thank Beyonce for letting us record today. And we thank her that our mics and cameras are working today. Well, one mic and one camera. And that I have my health and still no job. So thanks, Beyonce, for all your sacrifices that you've done for us. Amen. You know, just in case. Well, welcome. Do not mind Varys. He's just gonna sit here. You can't even see his head. Oh. He's going to be judging us the whole time. Sorry, I gotta take a picture and then blur out my glasses because Bay wants to see them in person. I just got new glasses. I know, they're sending Gorgina George. I feel like they make me look like one of those babies that needs the glasses when, like, as soon as they're like a year old or something, and they're like this. And it's like the strappy one that goes all the way around. Yeah, I feel that. And these have holes at the ends. So I'm going to add a little chain to it later. I'm going to add a little chain with a couple little dangly bits. Just so I can have more jewelry on. Speaking of jewelry, I just ordered a bunch of those little Italian charm bracelet charms. They're beautiful. And they're going to look so good together. Hey, it's been a while. I haven't recorded since the 3rd of last month. The last episode took a month to edit. Because 1, I was too lazy. 2, I had school. 3, I got fired. So it's been a roller coaster. I got fired because of my attendance. I didn't show up like 12 different times. Knock on no showed. And they were... Come in. Oh. I forgot. I got what I deserved, to be honest. They're so valid for firing me, like, honestly. Did I cry? Yes. Did my boss walk me out and say that he's gonna miss me? Yes. Am I gonna go back? No. Am I gonna talk to the people that I work with? Probably. Some. Like 3. I've only talked to 3. And I had, like, a little bit of friends there. Oh well. I got more friends. I don't need friends. I don't have any friends. But I do have Varys, who I got while I was on a date. And not a date, but we were shopping together, and I felt like a date. That's what I always tell myself when someone goes shopping with me. It's a date. Okay, a man. And what else has been going on? I tried crumble cookie for the first time. And I took care of a kitten that I found, well, my brother found, out next to our garbage cans or whatever, who was literally like a couple hours old, so we kept him overnight, and I kept feeding him, and then all of a sudden I came back from school one day and he was dead. So, R.I.P. Pepper. Pepper's the name I gave him while I was driving home to see him, but then I showed up and we think he had jaundice or something because he was all yellow, but also it could have just been like he was dead for a couple hours or something. He was home alone, and we couldn't find the mom after that. She ended up coming back like a couple days after, though, and we kept feeding her and everything, and yeah. Also, he was found with a dead sibling on the side. I guess his, the other baby's sack was not opened properly, and it was just on a puddle of blood from the mom, and she was really small because my brother saw her for a little bit and she like ran away. And yeah, so R.I.P. Pepper. He was super little. I had a baby formula and everything for past cats that I've had, nothing worked. Did I cry for the next 3 days? Yeah. He was so cute. And I gave him a proper funeral, I would call it. He was not buried, but he was wrapped up with a little bow. And I gave him a little goodbye ceremonial prayer, I guess. I have shit in the back of my throat. Oh my god. Don't. What else? I bought a ton of new clothes. Well, let me rephrase that. Babe bought me new clothes. A ton of new clothes. Okay? And this is one of them. And it's adorable. And I love it. Is it from PacSun? Is it from Brandy Melville? Yes. And what about it? And what about it? It's my size, so I'm gonna wear it. Call me controversial, but girlies, there's always girlies in there buying stuff. So you can't get mad at the customer. I think 2 episodes ago, I promised a bunch of Game of Thrones theories, and then the one after that one, I didn't do that because I was not prepared. But this time, I wrote some down that are kind of crazy. I went through the iceberg, and then I went through TikToks, and then I went through YouTube videos, and I collected some that made sense to me, someone that only watched a show, and collected some that I have never heard before. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But in the topic of Game of Thrones, this is being recorded the 26th of October, a couple days after the death of a 14-year-old who passed away because of an AI chatbot character who was like, I miss you so much, or whatever. And then he was like, I want to be with you forever. I want to be where you are. And by that, he meant dying to be in her world. And that character is Daenerys Targaryen. R.I.P., first of all. Second of all, 14-year-old who believed this was real. This situation is just crazy overall. I don't even know what to say. People were like dogging on him because people were like 14 years old and you believed that was a real possibility, that you were talking to Daenerys Targaryen, a fictional character. And then some people are saying that he was a victim of AI or whatever. I didn't read through all the chat logs because that made me feel kind of uncomfortable. Not that they showed anything crazy, but it was just like, I miss you, whatever. And it looked like a real conversation. That's what's scary with these AI characters. But I don't know where I stand. It's crazy overall. Like, I can't even form a sentence properly because my heart goes out to the families. But how did that situation get that far? You know? I'm not saying that he was an idiot, but come on. Daenerys Targaryen, a fictional character who I love, probably more than anybody. But you believed it? You gotta be, I think, so, vulnerable and sad or lonely for that to be your only conversation online. I don't know. It's a weird story. I heard about the news thing or whatever, his mother going on the news and talking about it, and I was like, yeah, fucked. And then Bae sends me a video of Moist Critical, and it's like, just listen to the first 30 seconds, and I'm like, okay. I go in, it's that case, and I'm like, oh yeah, I heard about this. And then he says what character it was. My girl, Daenerys Targaryen. That woke me right up. I saw that right as I woke up. I opened my phone, saw the text, and I'm like, what's this? Opened it. Jaw to the floor. Eyes wide open. Brain not working. Like, what the flip? Sorry. It's weird recording again. I haven't done it in like a month and a half. So, So I feel a little off, but I'll get to the rhythm of it, brother. I'll get to the rhythm of it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I just watched just watched as in like a week ago. I watched the Menendez Brothers series or like show or whatever that just came out, and I didn't know all the details on the Menendez Brothers case until I watched this. And then I did a little more research after. If you're not educated on the Menendez Brothers case, go watch a show, go watch a documentary, and then go watch the new, I guess, documentary on what they think about the show, which is also on Netflix, and they talk from prison, like on the phone. It's really interesting hearing them after watching a show like that depicted them. Well, they depicted Lyle to be like this crazy, like getting in fights and everything, but then you see like this like calm, kind looking guy who like never got in a fight in prison or anything, and got basically put in a mentally challenged wing or something because everybody was like fighting him and stuff. I don't know, it's just weird how they depict characters in their own movies and series and stuff so exaggerated sometimes. And apparently one of the actors, the actor that played Eric Menendez, visited Eric, and he basically told the actor like, yeah, that's not how it was or something, and then he was like, I respect it or whatever. So he ended up saying that to like interviewers who would interview him about that show, which is pretty cool. Pod is digging under my door because he wants to come in, but he's not, because he's gonna start running around. He's gonna destroy the place and meow at me. Oh my god, he's getting so big and fat. They grew up so fast. But yeah, oh, and the Menendez Brothers case is gonna be opening up. I think it opened up yesterday on Friday the 25th. They said that there was gonna be like a ruled out resentencing or something by Friday, but then they gave them the ability to what's it called? They're digging. You digging at me. You digging at me. They reopened it because of the show. You know, it brought more light to the case again. And then here's what it says as like the new piece of evidence on their case. It's one new piece of evidence was a letter from Eric Menendez to another family member that appears to be from 1988 and details the alleged abuse by his father, Jose. Oh my god. I have not heard anything about that letter. I did hear that there was a letter, but I don't know what, the letter contained or anything. I think they're gonna make it public once they do the trial again or something. I don't know the terminology, sorry. Hold on. Get in here. Little freak. He wants to be included in everything. Also, don't mind my stomach, bro. I know I'm getting a little fat. I gained like 3 pounds in the past month and a half, but I've been lifting a lot. And you know what? I've been lifting a lot. Well, thanks for asking. I got a new lifting belt. I got a Gym Reaper 10mm lifting belt. And I tried it out on my TikTok. I haven't posted it because I'm scared. Because I have some friends from like high school and stuff that do lift. Like, they've been lifting for a long time. I have one that's like a bodybuilder or something. And I'm scared of their judgment towards me, okay? And yes, they're all men. And what? Oh, bless you. And they scare me. And I don't know if I can take their judgment. And I feel scared. So, I don't know if I'll post it. I mean, it's just me talking, not really lifting that much, but I ramble. So, it's really good. I really like it. And I got a little tiny little size because I'm a little tiny skinny. They gave them the, okay, so Friday, the DA will ask a judge to blah, blah, blah. Okay, so their judge or whoever to flip publicly stated they'll be eligible for parole immediately. So they still got to go through all that process. But so far, it's looking good for the brothers, and it seems that they might be getting out. Now, if you ask me, for my personal opinion, watching the show, the 2 documentaries, and I still need to watch that one movie. I think it's like a retelling of like what happened or something. But it's from a couple years ago, I think 2015. Me doing all my research and then watching all the stuff or whatever, I believe, now this might be controversial, okay? I believe they should be out because I personally feel for their situation, and I do believe it's disgusting and sad what happened to them if what they are saying is true. Killing might be a little far, but if you're doing that, you're taking showers with your kids, you're shoving things in there, you're making them uncomfortable, you punish them, you basically mentally, physically abuse them, I don't think you should be alive anymore. And I think they did what they thought was right. If that is true, though. If that is true. Which there's evidence for. Okay. There's, the letter. And then there's a witness, like the cousin that would see this stuff happen. They would take showers together, and then the mom would be like, "Don't go in that room because he's getting advice or whatever. He's teaching him a lesson or something." When what he's doing is 1, illegal, 2, scarring, 3, traumatizing. I believe they should be free. I feel like they've served their time. I don't know. I think it's been like 30 something, 40 something years, and they've been in good behavior. They graduated college. Someone that went through that, allegedly, should be able to live, freely. And even though that was wrong in killing, which I don't know why you would want to kill them, I would just report them and then have them serve for life. But as a kid, you don't know that. 20 and 20, I believe they should be free. I think they've served the time. I feel like they have a strong case against, the abuse that happened to them. I just think the Father God was coming to them. That being life in prison or death. And I really hope that this being true, the abuse being true, that they get released and have the ability to live their lives, create their own families, and write a book about it, because I would really like to read that. And I would like them to be in more interviews because I really want to know more. This case is tragic and sad and interesting to me. So I would like to hear more. Speaking of movies and films or whatever, I watched the most horrifying movie I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay? Me and baby went to go watch Terrifier 3 in theaters at night. And we drove in separate cars. So I had to drive at night by myself home from watching that disgusting movie. I feel like that guy that rates disgusting foods on TikTok. He's just he's on the verge of throwing up, and he's crying. I was literally like this. You can ask him, I dare you. I was like this, and I had my hands on my face. Oh, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. It was the first movie that actually made me paranoid when I got home. I've watched scary movies before, right? And they're all pretty cheesy. The killer slowly walks up to the person and is about to kill them, and then something happens, and then the victim runs away and then kills the bad guy. No. This guy is logical. He knows what to do. He sees someone and he's like, "That's my victim. I'm gonna kill them." So he doesn't slowly walk up to them with a knife. Walks up to them and then, oh, the gun doesn't have a bullet in it. No, he literally shoots him in the head, or literally knocks him out, puts him, ties him up, and then tortures them. He hits every possibility of how that victim can get out of that situation. He is detailed and calculated. He's even more scary to me, specifically, because of his appearance. Okay? I have this little phobia called... I need to look it up. Girl, I keep forgetting what my phobia is. Don't come at me. Yes, it's my phobia, but I have an actual phobia where if I look at this, my stomach turns and I start getting queasy and I want to throw up. And that is only if I look really intensely at this thing, okay? And you might think that I'm insane. But trust me, it terrifies me. Terrifier. Get it? Because like Terrifier 3. It terrifies me and it keeps me up at night. It literally did because of that movie. Think of Art the Clown's face, okay? Black outfit, white face, really crazy, like dark eyes, I think. And this chilling, huge, pointy, cornered mouth. That's right, people. I have a phobia of pointy, big smiles. The ones that go like from right here to all the way up here. And that phobia, I can never remember the name because it's long. It's like really long. I don't even know how many characters are in there. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 characters in this phobia name. Okay? That's how rare it is. It's crazy. The more letters it has, the more rare it is. All right. It's called Visuosubridiophobia. I'm scared of pointy smiles. The general definition of it is like fear smiles, right? Now, only certain smiles scare me, okay? You ever watch a movie, oh, that's my plant. Dude, everything's scaring me right now thinking about smiles, okay? Do not ever send me a pointy smile like in Truth or Dare. Smile. Well, the Smile movie was okay because it's more like natural smile, like big smiles, like in humans. But in Truth or Dare, they like stretch the smile up and really pointy. I can't do it. Like my mouth got watery and my head hurts. I can feel my little temples pulsing. Dude, I need to pee too. I do not like that at all. It literally, I can't do it. And Art the Clown was scary in this movie, and he kept smiling and like being a little sassy girl throughout the movie, which is honestly really fun to watch. But then it gets gory, and then it gets way too gory, and then it gets extremely gory. But then he's smiling at the same time, and then I already don't like that. So gore plus extra gore plus extra gore plus a smile, forget about it. Forget about it. And guess who recommended we watch that movie? Me, because I saw one scene from the Terrifier 2, and it was basically, I'm warning you, this is nasty just explaining it. It's this thing of this girl in her bedroom, and she's like trying to escape him or whatever. He comes over, scalps her, right? You can see the skull, I think, if I remember correctly. He cuts out a rectangle, kind of, skins her back, bare back, skin open. Oh my god, I got a little tingle in my butt. My butt cheek. Like, was a sharp pain. Scalps her back. Goes away. She's like trying to reach for a phone or something. Her hand's like all cut up and stuff. He comes back, thing of salt, and in a bottle of, like a gallon of bleach. He goes, bleach. And then he's like, ding, salt. All over the back. Guess what bro does? He's rubbing on it. You're digging at me. You're digging at me. Yeah, that's what he does. And after seeing that, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be actually really scary. Because this actually does scare me. But I didn't really see his face that much. I was more focused on the actual act that he was doing. So I didn't take into account, like, oh, maybe this movie is actually gonna scare me because of my phobia. So then I was like, oh my god, new Terrifier movie? It must be good because it just came out. And I've never seen the Terrifier movie, so let's do it. Bro wanted to watch Smile, I think. And I was like, it's for babies. Let's watch Terrifier. Me and him had to be on a phone call going home. And I had to have all my lights on that night. But then I surprisingly went to sleep fine. I went to sleep really fast because I wanted to get the night over with. Because I knew the next day I was going to be fine. Oh my god, we're driving in my sketchy neighborhood at like 10 or 9-ish. It was awful. I took the highway because I'm like, I'm not stopping at every light and then have Art the Clown come at my car, break my window, and get me out of the car and then torture me. No. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I do recommend watching it, though, if you want to get a little spook for Halloween. It was really fun. Oh, and me and Bay are doing boo baskets. His boo basket is right there. And mine is not that crazy. We're giving each other our boo baskets tomorrow, so I can tell you what's in there. I'm going to go buy him a Lego set of a car from Fast and Furious. It's like $20. Girl, I'm on a budget. I don't have a job. I haven't had a job in like a month and a half. 2 months, I think. I don't know. You know what's crazy? They fired me 5 days before I got my 1-year patch. I'm gonna have one of my old coworkers get me one. Literally 5 days. I was so excited that whole week. I was like, gonna get a year patch. Nope. Bro was like, get out of here. So yeah, we're trying to be on a budget with this basket. So I only got like, he just got into fishing again because he went on a camping trip for our little spooky date. So I got him a little fish. I don't know anything about fishing, but I got him a little fish or whatever. I got him one of those, these. I got him this really ugly guy, and he is actually scared of me. Then I got him some candy, his favorite drink, and then I got him, I don't know what kind of popcorn he likes, but he likes popcorn like a lot. He like has it in his work. He's a mechanic, so he has like just popcorn in there for like a little snack. So I got him that, and then I found my needle cube that has hair all over it, and she's Gorgina George, and she's perfect. But then I found this one that was in really good condition. It's a like ball one, so I don't know if it's gonna be as good, but I just got a needle ball. Yeah, look at all these little fish. I don't know if they're gonna work or not for what he's, fishing for, but at least I tried, But I was stupid because we were gonna give these to each other after his camping trip. So I guess he's gonna have to save for later. Oh, and a blanket, but it's on my bed right now because I'm giving it my scent. I'm marking my territory with my little blanket. So I'm gonna go buy him a Lego set, and I want to get him also a poster of his favorite show that he got a freaking tattoo of. Freaking JoJo's whatever to flip. Anime. I don't get into that nerd shit, bro. That shit's lame. I'm probably gonna watch that show anyway because bro's watching Game of Thrones right now. Look how much water is in there. Oh my god. We also have this one. Fun fact, I have a chipped tooth. This one. It's on the inside, like the tip on the inside. Because I think I was drinking from my water bottle and it has a like thick like hard plastic straw, and I just like hit it really hard, I guess, when I was gonna go take a drink, and I think I just chipped it. So when I look up, you can see a little bit of it. Oh my god, my bestie, I'll make this quick. My bestie, Bethany, gave me a little photo shoot because I needed some, I'm trying to take modeling seriously, okay? Last night, I applied to, I think, 10 different, like, agents, casting directors, really. And I literally just put, because I saw this thing on TikTok where it was, like, this guy being like, this is how I got my first modeling job or whatever. And it was, like, pictures of him on an email. And it said submission, name, and then your, like, sizes and your height and your location or whatever. Or, like, where you're from. Pictures of him. And then send it. And that's all they need. That's all they want. You don't gotta, like, give them, like, a backstory. Like, I got into modeling because blah, blah, blah. So I was like, that is genius. I was like, you're the smartest person alive. So, and I just saw this, like, the other day. But before that, I took my digitals. Because I took these digitals a long time ago. Like, 3 months ago. And I was like, these suck. Okay? These suck and I don't like them and I need new ones and professional ones. So I asked my teacher if we could use the studio at school. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. We'll just have a plain white background for you and some lights. And I was like, perfect. So my friend who's also in the film program at my school, Bethany, love you girl, she was like, I can take them for you. Or like I asked her for it or whatever. And she took some pictures, and she's an amazing photographer. Here's her at. Go follow her. She has amazing art. I would call it art. Her visuals, her editing, her composition, her talent, her beauty. She's amazing. And she took my digitals and then edited them, like AI'd the background, and then I went in and like did super details, like cat hair that I had on there. I just had a black outfit. Well, here's the pictures. I know. They're so good. I love them. And I'm gonna pay her back with buying her McDonald's, I think next week. And so, after getting my digitals perfect, I started submitting places, and I haven't heard anything. Well, actually, let me check. I submitted a bunch of pictures last night to, like, directors. Like, personally looking up directors. Not directors, but like, okay, I got nothing. So I submitted to like 10 different people last night, and from the looks of it, there's no one that's responded yet. And I've applied a billion times, not a billion, but a ton, to commercial agencies. I'm not doing runway, I'm not doing any of that. I've talked about it before. I don't have the height for it. Even though some Nepo babies are literally my height and are runway modeling. But, they're Nepo babies, so whatever. You ever think about, like, could I just say that my last name is blank, blank, blank and get into places better? Because I know some celebrities don't disclose, like, what their kids look like and stuff. So I'm like, I would just pick one of those and then show up and be like, yeah, my mom is freaking, I don't even know, Angelina Jolie, even though her kids are public. But someone whose kids are not public, I feel like someone could pull it off. If they look alike. If they look like them enough. Just an idea. It's probably stupid. Just an idea. Okay, I think it's time for the Game of Thrones theories. Now, some of these are going to be, like, when we get towards the bottom, it's going to get kind of crazy. Here. Don't listen to my dying plants behind me. This big one, this whole side just died. I haven't watered my plants in like 3 weeks. I feel like it feels right to have my books with me, okay? I have Fire and Blood over there, but I'm not getting that. It's too far. And I have Varys here with me, so he's moral support. Okay, so I went through the iceberg, and I selected some, and then I added some from YouTube videos and TikToks that I found, okay? So the first tier, I'm gonna give this like 3 tiers because I found something that are kind of mid, some kind of like middle tier, and then some really crazy and wild ones under. The first, here, I'm gonna put spoiler alert for Game of Thrones and stuff because Bae hasn't finished it. Bae just got done with season 3, Rob's death. Oh, you didn't hear that? Skip to this timestamp. If you're just watching Game of Thrones or haven't watched it, you need to watch it. If you didn't, that's your homework. You need to go watch it. Go all the way to season 3 or season 4, because those are peak seasons. Okay, I'm about to start talking. So 3, 2, 1. He just got to the part where Rob dies, and he's one episode away from getting to where Joffrey dies. We sat last night and I was like, can we please watch an episode tonight? Because I thought we were already on the second episode of season 4, but now we're on the first, and I was like, but we got introduced to Oberyn, so he likes him already. So right after losing his goat, he finds another goat, which is Oberyn. Yeah, so I'm really excited because he's in peak Game of Thrones right now. Season 3 and 4. I don't know which one I like better, but it's definitely 3 or 4. Anyway, the first theory. It's like my baby, like my stomach. This is what would be in my stomach if I got pregnant. It's just A Song of Ice and Fire, you know? The first theory. So in the books, in A Dance with Dragons, it ends on a cliffhanger, if you didn't know. Because I've only watched the shows, but from what I hear from people that have read the books, this is, like, the end of it is a cliffhanger with Jon dying. So Jon dying is canon in the books. And then whatever happens after is not. So every time I rewatch Game of Thrones, I just end it on that, and I'm like, I'm good. But then I watch, like, the Daenerys going crazy parts, because she kind of ate with that. She kind of ate with, like, burning everybody alive, children and women and innocent people. Yeah, she kind of ate with that. I'm not gonna lie. It's not real, bro. It's not real. Doesn't matter. So the first theory is pretty basic. Jon comes back to life. I really hope he does, because I know that when reading this, I'm gonna want more Jon Snow, even though he's different than the show. Apparently he's like, he really wants to be like, he's not like honorable and like sweet and like, you know, whatever. He's more like tough, and like he really wants to be like somebody, you know. He's more aggressive and he really wants things. He's like greedy, which, Jon, stop. Look at him. Stop. So he comes back to life. That's one. The second one is Robert Touch of Death in the beginning of season 1. Now, if you go back to season 1, there's this theory, which I believe is true with the show. I think they only did it on the show. That when Robert comes to Winterfell in season 1, and he's like, you know, going up to Ned, he goes up to him and he's like, you've gotten fought. And then Ned looks down at him and then they laugh or whatever. Bestie moments. I ship them as friends. I ship them. Or romantically too. That's fine. Apparently, you know, Robert goes and like says hi to every single one of the Starks, but the ones that he does touch die. He touched Rickon in the head. He died. Arrows. He hugs Catelyn. I don't know what he does, Catelyn, but she, you know, Red Wedding, she dies. Touches Ned, hugs him. I forget who's next to him. Rob, I think. He like shakes his hand. Goes over to Arya and is like, whatever. Goes up to Sansa, doesn't touch her either. And then goes up to Bran and is like, show me your muscles. And he like goes like this. So it's kind of weird because the people that he touched die. And then the person that he's like, show me your muscles, loses his ability to, he's like, you're going to be a great warrior or something, like a great knight. But he loses the ability to walk with his legs later. I believe that theory with the show. Then there's a theory that, this one I like. I just heard about it yesterday or today in the morning. And it's the theory that Tyrion, Jon, and Daenerys, all Targaryen. And they are the 3-headed dragon in the sigil for the Targaryens. Now, hear me out. In the books, Tyrion has white blonde hair. Okay, Targaryen like blonde. Not Lannister gold blonde, like his siblings, but white-ish blonde. So, Targaryen, right? Based off the book description. Now, Jon is only a Targaryen based off the show, I think. So it said that Daenerys, Jon, Tyrion are the like prophecy of the sigil or something, because another piece of evidence is that Rhaegal, Viserion, and Drogon know and sense. Don't look at my wallpaper. They can sense who is a Targaryen, right? Because of magic and stuff, and then Old Valyria, and then how they created their and blah blah blah, and the blood. People think they are Targaryens because why would, I don't know which dragon it was, I think it was a green one, let Jon touch him and then let Jon ride him. And then how come the dragons let Tyrion come into the dungeon and they let him pet them and then release them or like unchain them, right? So they're like, they kill every other person that, comes close or whatever, and we never see anybody else ride them or touch them or anything. So it's theorized that they're the prophecy of the three-headed dragon. I think they mentioned the three-headed dragon in Fire and Blood, but I'm not sure. So that's interesting. I really want it to be true. I really hope it's canon that Jon is a Targaryen and that Tyrion is a Targaryen, but I don't think it's ever going to come out. And they also theorize that Cersei and Jaime are also Targaryens just because the Mad King had a thing against Tywin, and apparently he like slept with Tywin's wife, like the Lannister kid's mom, and had twins that apparently are like white-haired Targaryens, but they're like Lannisters, something, whatever. Now these are really light, okay? We're about to get into the crazy ones. Oh, also, the three-headed thing, there's also this thing that like connects all three of them because they all killed their moms when they were being born. Daenerys killed her mom when she was born. Jon killed her mom when he was born. Tyrion killed his mom when he was born. Explain that, atheists. Then there's the theory of Jon is Robb's heir when he dies to Winterfell. Apparently there's a letter that Robb wrote that basically states that I want Jon to be my heir if I ever die or whatever. Like, and legitimizes him as like a Stark within that letter. But apparently we don't know where that letter is. So it's kind of theorized that it's going to come up later. Also, there's a theory that I do believe, this would make actually a lot of sense, that Robin is Littlefinger's son. Because, I mean, what's her face? Lady Arryn? Lady Arryn loved Littlefinger. You're telling me they didn't freak? You telling me they didn't freak and had Robin's little freak ass? I believe they did. And I believe that he's his son. That's not canon, is it? The whole thing with him taking Sansa over there to the Eyrie. Hold on, I need a fart. That was a silent one. Dude, they're always silent. They never give me a little show. Yeah, it was silent again. That's not fun. I believe that one. Then I went on Reddit and I started reading some theories, and one of them just said 2 words / Varys merman. There's a theory that Varys is a merman. I don't, like, I could, what? Okay. I don't know, I just thought I would mention that. If anybody has any information, I would like to know. Because I try to look up stuff and I'm like, what? Oh, also, the thing about Cersei and Jaime being Targaryen, Cersei had a lot of attraction to wildfire, which, the Mad King did too. Just a little tidbit. Now we're getting into the middle iceberg stuff that I found. This one's really interesting to me. Mance is the real Targaryen. People believe that he dyes his hair and he escaped from, after Robert's Rebellion or whatever, and he was like a hidden Targaryen and like left because of something with his like cousin or something being Rhaegar or something. I don't know, but I do believe that Mance could be a Targaryen trying to fight against and going up to the north, to fight the greater evil, the White Walkers. Because, I mean, why else would he be up there? I don't believe that he's just up there to make everybody besties and have the power of friendship up in the north. I do not believe that. I believe there's something else going on with this man. Because why would you risk your life around wildlings? Another Littlefinger theory where it's said that Sansa is his daughter because of Catelyn and Littlefinger's, relationship. They go way back. Don't trust a gay best friend. Proof, do not trust a gay best friend. Apparently people see like a lot of similarities based off the descriptions of, the characters in here. And it would make sense in the timeline of Littlefinger not being in King's Landing during the Robert's Rebellion, Eddard Stark being at the war, not in Winterfell. I mean, wait. Now that makes sense. She wasn't even promised to Ned yet. So she didn't do anything wrong. During Robert's Rebellion, she was promised to, she was promised to someone else. Was it Littlefinger? No, but she should have had Rob first, and then Sansa. So during Robert's Rebellion, did Ned and Catelyn marry after the war or during the war? I'm not sure. I don't know, but it said that she like was unfaithful to Ned, and then, their relationship, their friendship had a little more going on. And while Ned was out fighting the war, I guess, Bro came and swooped her up for me. Even though she already had a little baby. And that's, I think, when Jon came into the picture. Because Bro came back from the war and had Jon, his sister's baby. And she had just had Rob before, so she introduced him to Rob, and then Bro came in with another baby. Not her baby. That's crazy. And what makes this all these stories crazy too is that like a lot of them take place while they're like 12, 10 years old. Like these are all kids. Or like older teenagers. Early 20s kids. They're making all this ruckus. I think George R. R. Martin might be a little pedo. No? Because we're getting these descriptions of like a beautiful girl who's 13 and she gets raped. She gets assaulted by this huge 30-year-old warrior, and it's unconsensual. George, what's going on in that little head of yours? What's going on in there? You're scaring me, George. After all those more light ones, there's the dark iceberg tier that I came across on Reddit or on a YouTube video. Can't remember. But this one is crazy. And this is definitely made up. But in Game of Thrones, you never know. And this happens a lot. I mean, I just mentioned it. Rape. Assaulting someone, a female, unconsensually. The dark iceberg tier had this sentence. And it made me really uncomfortable. But I'm like, how? Also curious. I'm also curious. It just said, Bran will Mira being the girl, you know, the wildling that now is taking care of him, like, taking care of him after Theon takes over Winterfell and stuff, through Hodor. Think about that. Bran will Mira through Hodor? Question mark? What are we coming up with? Do y'all just want to see y'all's fantasies on screen? Y'all dark, twisted fantasies? I don't know, man. That's just what I saw, okay? I'm just reporting the facts. Not facts, but theories. That last one makes me queasy a little bit. Anyway, on a lighter note, I'm making dragon eggs. I'm making dragon eggs in my stomach right now. Don't you see? I bought all the supplies to make my own Daenerys dragon eggs. 3. Rhaegal, Viserion, and Drogon. You know, where she gets them given to her at her wedding, and they open that big chest, and then bro says, "The ages have turned them to stone, but they will always be beautiful." Yeah, girl, I have the script in my brain. I have the script memorized, girl. What? I watched it 10 times. Not the whole show, but most of it 10 times. But I bought styrofoam eggs and then thumbtacks and a chest. A small chest. Pod is sleeping next to it right now. I might post a little video making it. Well, actually I will. I bought it for a YouTube video, but I also want my own dragon eggs. I'm not going to pay $160 for the official ones that they sell on their website. I'm going to make a YouTube video out of it, and I'm going to make it myself. So yeah, that's going to be a DIY video coming out next week, I hope. I need a pee so bad. It's been real. It's been a good time, and this coffee is going through me. I'm going to piss my pants. And I will start these books soon. I promise. Just let me get through the ACOTAR series. I'm on A Court of Frost and Starlight. Okay? I just started it this morning. I'm gonna go read more of it right now. And hopefully this video is gonna go up Tuesday. I just got a new class, so now I have 3. Math, English, editing. And my schedule is freaked up. And I'm gonna do a Halloween photo shoot. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But, wait. I think I know what I want to do. I'm not gonna go to any Halloween parties. I never go to Halloween parties. And I haven't dressed up for Halloween in like 5 years. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything for Halloween. But I do want to have a little photo shoot with Bestie again, because she did such a good job with my pictures. That I really want to do like an angel Greek angel wings costume Greek god type vibe, like a robe and wings, fallen angel, that image of bro who's like this and his eyes are like super sad, whatever, like the devil after he becomes like the devil or something. I don't know. That's TBD. Also, I have a project, a personal film project for my resume or my portfolio. Look how I'm holding this. So I have a project that I want to do, but I'm really scared to do it. I rented out lights a couple weeks ago to like play with them and like, you know, see what looks good, and I did some really crappy shots with weird makeup and they looked weird, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, I guess. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm still gonna be posting because I love editing and I love creating stuff. I feel so accomplished when I finish a video, when it's literally uploaded. Might be shitty for now, but it will get better, and I will get better at talking I haven't recorded in a long time, so have some mercy, please. That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the little rants and the little Game of Thrones talk. I'm never gonna stop talking about Game of Thrones. So like, if you don't like Game of Thrones, then literally get out of here, because it's the only thing I'm gonna talk about forever. Not the only thing, but most of the time it's gonna be about Game of Thrones. Am I gonna go find more theories for next episode? Yeah. And what? It's 11 at night. Everybody's sleeping in my house, but I'm still talking about Game of Thrones. Am I gonna read the books soon? Probably not. I keep putting it off because I'm scared for them to change my view on the show, because I know it's gonna be way shittier than the books. I'll be posting my Halloween pictures, if I do them, on Instagram. And I will be posting TikToks about it on TikTok. Hope you have a good day. Make sure to be grateful to Beyonce, because she does a lot for us, and we should, dedicate our lives and our accomplishments to her. Please save yourself. Anyway, love ya. Bye.